start the session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Sutraita Thiram, originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the Emperor of Spiritual Kingdom, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. Let us pray our Guru to provide the wisdom in a right manner to all of us. We are learning Traitadiram Bhagavad Gita interpreted by Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. Last week we learned from 15th to 17th slokams from Kshetragna Vibhaga Yogam chapter. Let us recap what we learned. So let us see the meanings of those slokams from 15th to 17th. Paramatma shines in the dispositions of all senses and exists as it doesn't have senses. It bears the all, but it doesn't have anything. It can be said that it experiences all the dispositions, but it does not have any dispositions. So here dispositions are nothing but the tamasa, rajasa, sattvika. These are the dispositions. These are the divisions of dispositions. So in each division of disposition there are 12 emotions. 6 good emotions and 6 bad emotions. So he is talking about them. Then Paramatma exists as movable and immovable world and exists inside and outside of living things. That is subtle, so it cannot be known. Know as it is far away and near. We came to know that Paramatma is far and Paramatma is near to us. How we determine that? So when we learn his wisdom and follow his dharmas, we will be burning our karma. When we are burning our karma, so we will be keep moving towards the Paramatma so that we will be nearer to him. So whenever we don't learn his wisdom, that means we have a lot of ignorance, then we will be moving away from the Paramatma. So based on the dharmas, what dharmas you are practicing, so either you will be near to the God or farer to the God. He is subtle, so he can be known to us, and he is spread inside and outside of this, inside and outside of all the living things. Like he is spread in whole movable and immovable world. So he is spread everywhere. Then, though Paramatma is one without division, yet it is divided in the living things. So when we consider as a single unit, Paramatma is the one. So when we think about the living things, how he is inside, so he is divided. He is divided in the living things. It bears all the living things. It engrosses all living things and gives birth to all living things. And Paramatma is a generator, operator and destroyer. He is the reason for Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. All those three things. So that is the thing we learned last week. Let's keep moving. Let's start learning from the 18th verse. So 18th slokam, what is that? Let us see 18th slokam. Jyotishamapi tajyoti tamasah paramuchyate jnanam gneyam gnanagamyam hrudi sarvasya adhishtitam. Paramatma is the source of light in all luminous objects. You take sun, moon, stars, anything you see shining, right? That is, the source is from Paramatma only. He is beyond the ignorance. He is the object for knowing. So He is the object for knowing. He is in the heart of all living things and goal of knowledge to all. So goal of knowledge is nothing but Gneyam. Gneyam is the one when you complete your Gnanam, when you finish entire Gnanam, learning entire Gnanam, then you are going to attain Gneyam. Gneyam is nothing but Paramatma itself. So he is giving shining to all stars, planets, everything. So it exists as matter of source. He is the matter of source. It illumines all lights. It exists other than that is unknown matter. It exists like the wisdom and the object that is knowable. So he is both Gnanam and Gneyam. He is both. Paramatma is the object of knowable by residing as the Lord in the Brahmanadi. So Paramatma is knowable. He is residing inside the Brahmanadi. We have three nadis in our body: Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. Sushumna is the one middle. If you observe your nose, left nostril is called Ida Nadi, right nostril is called Pingala Nadi, the middle one is called Sushumna or Brahmanadi. That is spread from head to spinal cord, all the portion. The big nerve is called the Brahmanadi. So that is why he is saying that Paramatma is the object of knowable while residing as the Lord in the Brahmanadi. So it means it exists as super knowledge. So besides, Paramatma is the goal of wisdom and exists as Lord in the heart. That means Brahmanadi. Heart means not the brain. It is the Brahmanadi. So you should not think that heart means that is the physical heart. So physical heart is completely different. So it's only for pumping the blood. So it doesn't do it does not have any thought process or anything inside the heart. It's a physical part only. The brain is the main Hridaya Sthanam. So that is the place of real heart. So it must be known that the nerve which spreads from the brain to Mooladhara center is called Brahmanadi. So that's what Brahmanadi is spread from the head to the lower part of the spinal cord. So that is the real heart. Let us learn 19th Slokam, what it is. इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च उक्तं समासतः मद्भक्त एतद्विज्ञाय मद्भावा उपपद्यते मद्भावायोपपद्यते. What is he saying here? Similarly, it is briefly said about the kshetra, wisdom and knowable object. Kshetra, kshetram, the body is called kshetram, right? Kshetram, gnanam, gneyam, all these things are explained very well here. So he is saying that his devotees will know this well and get eligibility for attaining him. Attaining him means getting liberation. Let's move on to 20th slokam. Prakrutim purusham chaiva vidyanaadi vubhavapi vikarancha gunanchaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. So this slokam is talking about Prakriti and Paramatma, nature and absolute soul. Earlier slokam also spoken about Prakriti and Paramatma, nature and absolute soul. 18th slokam was taught about the absolute soul. Here in the 20th slokam, what is he saying? So there is no beginning for, there is no origin. Know that Prakriti and Purusha are without origin. For Prakriti and Purusha, there is no origin. No origin exists. It must be known that the changes of dispositions are born in the Prakriti. The changes of dispositions, those are called vikaras, guna vikaras, emotional attributes, we can say, emotional attributes are guna vikaras. They are born out of nature, Prakriti itself. Paramatma is without origin. No birth, he has no birth at all, so he doesn't have any origin at all. We don't know when Prakriti was made by Paramatma, so we can say that Prakriti is also without origin. It doesn't have origin. As the Paramatma is without origin and unborn, but Prakriti became Anadi without origin. Anadi means without origin after taking birth. So when Prakriti was made by Paramatma, we didn't know when it was made, how many crores and millions, billions, zillions of years ago it was made. We never know. So it is also Anadi. So we are also part of Prakriti itself. So we don't know when we were born. We were born very, very long ago. It might be thousands and millions and billions and zillions of years ago. From then, we are continuously changing our bodies, uh, changing our bodies in every birth. We don't know our origin also. That is why we are also without origin. We are also anadi. Then he talked about dispositions. The dispositions are inside our head. Dispositions are the main reason for execution of the task. So those dispositions are born from Prakriti. We don't know when these dispositions were born. Okay, there is no matter if we don't know either the beginning of us or the beginning of the dispositions, right? But we have to see the end of the dispositions. We should go away from the dispositions, then only we will attain the yoga portion, right? Then only it becomes unification. As long as you are with the gunas or emotions, you are not in unification, you are not in yogam. So when you become yogi, that means you cross with the emotions. After this, we have to end our life and change it to Paramatma. So once all emotions and everything are gone, then our life ends there itself and we will change into Paramatma. The Paramatma has no end at all. He is infinite. Let us move on to 21st slokam. Let us see what is that. कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुष सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते. What is he saying here? Prakriti is said to be the cause of all the activities and effects, whereas Purusha exists as the cause for experience of pleasure and distress. So Purusha, this slokam is also talking about Prakriti and Jivatma. Prakriti and Jivatma. This slokam talks about Prakriti and Jivatma. So in this slokam, what is he saying? Paramatma is called Purusha here, male. Paramatma, when you uh, when you think about a single unit, Paramatma is one unit. We learn that when we divide that, he is divided into four parts. Here in this slokam, he is talking about Paramatma. Uh, he is the causative one. He is the causative one. That division is appearing in the verse for getting on verbs. Paramatma is divided into Prakriti, and from the Prakriti to the body, the division has taken place. So first Paramatma created Prakriti, then he has created bodies and all from the Prakriti itself. So he got created from Prakriti and then to the body itself to getting works in the world itself. The cause for the entire action is body. So without body, there is no action is going to execute. So the bodies are made up with the Prakriti itself. The Jivatma, who is also divided from the Paramatma, he is existing inside the body. He is inside the body to experience happiness and distress. Those are coming from the actions performed from the body, performed by the body. The Jivatma, which is part of Paramatma, is living in the body and experiences happiness and sorrow while the works are being executed. It can be known that in the form of actions of world, Prakriti plays the role as body, the Paramatma plays the role as Jivatma. Let us learn 22nd Slokam, which is talking about Prakriti and Jivatma here. What is that? पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्गो अस्य सदसद्यो निजन्मसु. Purusha is in the Prakriti for experiencing the dispositions which are generated in the Prakriti because he is related to the gunas. He takes birth in the good and evil birth sources. So the birth sources are called vajina here. So let us look into the description what it is. So here in this slokam, Jivatma is the Purusha. He is inside the body. He is living in the Prakriti itself. The Jivatma is related to the dispositions. Those dispositions are generated in the Prakriti through the mind and getting experiences of dispositions and attaches to the sin and merit. Because of those dispositions, he is associated with them, he is related to them. So since he got related to the dispositions, because of that, he is again earning sin and merit, papam and punyam, both he is earning. Because of his papam and punyam, combinedly called karma, he is taking birth, he is taking good birth or evil birth. Either he is taking good birth or bad birth. Because he is the one who is earning the karma, right? Based on his karma, his birth will be decided. So his birth can be evil, his birth can be good. Then let us learn 23rd slokam. उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तो देहे अस्मिन् पुरुषः परः. This slokam is talking about Jivatma, Atma, Paramatma, all three souls. The Purusha who wears the body exists as spectator, means it exists as Atma and as Jiva, who is the acceptor, and as Paramatma, who bears as husband, as Jiva, who experiences, as Maheshwara, and as Paramatma. So the Paramatma, who is other than the body, exists in the body. So Prakriti and three souls, totally four. If you combine all, only one unit, that is Prakriti. When you divide it, there are four parts over there. So in the Paramatma, who is other than the body, exists in the body in the three manners. So he is in the three manners and is called many manners. He is called spectator, acceptor, husband, enjoyer, Maheshwara and Paramatma. Paramatma exists in the body as Jivatma, Atma, Paramatma, and plays so many roles and is called in so many manners. Though he exists as one, yet he exists as three by the division. So that's why we learned when he is divided, he is three parts and getting on the process in the form of actions. In order to execute this world, so including Prakriti, he is in four parts. Okay, so the body which is made by Prakriti is needed. In the body, he is in three manners or three parts: Jivatma, Atma, Paramatma. Let us end the session today over here. We'll learn about 24th Shlokam in the next week. Let us do Mangala Pradhana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadharupaya Mangalam. Prabodhatmam to everyone.